Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video today, I'm coming back to you with some Wattpad related news that's pretty huge and will probably forever change the way some people view this site. And I say that in both a positive and negative light, but mostly positive. So anyway, long story short, just to jump right into it, Wattpad is rolling out a new program called Wattpad Next that is basically set up in a way that will help authors earn money from their work directly on Wattpad. Now, if you're already familiar with the Wattpad Stars program and the Wattpad Futures program, which are other ways that authors can make money on Wattpad from their stories via ads and sponsorships and things like that. So Wattpad Next is kind of along the same lines, but a little bit different from how those two programs are set up, and I'm about to go into detail as to why. And if you want, you can also pay attention to what's on the screen because I'm showing everything on the website there. And anyway, just to throw it out there before we get started, in case you're already wondering, currently, unfortunately, the program is invitation only. So there's no way for regular writers like you or me to go somewhere and apply to be in the program. So in order to join this program or you know, be a part of it, someone from Wattpad is going to have to reach out to you and basically get you into it. There's no other way around it. Also, the program currently has about 50 authors on board, or so the website said, or whatever, and all have been hand chosen by Wattpad. So yeah, don't ask how to be a part of it. Short answer is, if Wattpad wants you in it, they'll get you in it. Moving right along, if you haven't been pausing to read what's on the screen, Wattpad Next is basically in beta mode right now, which means it's not quote-unquote official and finalized and perfect and things like that. So when something is in beta, Wattpad is basically right now, when the program, I think it officially launches next week if I'm not mistaken, the 9th or something I've seen somewhere. But anyways, Wattpad is basically sitting back and watching how things go, watching how things turn out, seeing if any profit is being made, how much, seeing how the readers, Wattpad users and readers are responding to the program, things like that. They're just taking in information. And if, you know, enough good results are produced, Wattpad will probably tweak a few things, improve a few things based upon their research in the program and yada yada yada. And they'll start an official launch, which will launch the program everywhere. So since it's in beta, this is primarily why they're starting small and are only running the program in a few select countries versus launching it everywhere. So if you come across a Wattpad Next book, the features you see and things like that, the rules, all of that, all of this may only be temporary because this is all in beta and things are subject to change in the future. So do keep that in mind if you come across a Wattpad Next book. Now let's talk about what the heck Wattpad Next actually is. So if you've come across a book that's underneath this program, pretty much, long story short, you're gonna have to pay in order to read the book. A few chapters may be free to read initially, like for example, just an example, I don't know how this is going to be set up, but maybe chapters 1, 2, and 3 will be free, so it'll kind of give you a little bit of a teaser as to how the book is going to go, you know, kind of drawing your interest. And chapters 4 through 50 or 20 or whatever are all going to be locked, and in order to unlock them, you as the reader will need to purchase coins to do so. You'll be able to unlock a book chapter by chapter if you're kind of interested but don't want to go all the way, or you can buy the whole thing up front all at one time, unlock all the chapters at one time and read it all at one time. Whatever you buy, you do get to keep it, and whatever you buy, you'll also get to read it on your account that you purchased it on any device. So for example, if you buy a book on your Android device, but then the next day you want to read it on your iPad, you'll be able to do so instead of having to buy the same book on your Android device and your iPad, if that makes sense. Also, I want to throw it out there that, again, only 50 writers at the moment, at me making this video, October 5th, 2018, only 50 writers out of 65 million users and writers and readers on Wattpad are in this program. So please don't think or assume or listen to the rumors that's going around that Wattpad is going to start charging people to pay to read anything on the site or the app, because that's not true at all. Wattpad started out and will probably forever be a free to read platform. That's literally have been their slogan basically since they came out, and I doubt they will ever change that, because if they do, the backlash will be real. So please don't assume the wrong thing just because this program is rolling out. Now, if you really just don't even care about this is annoying to you, or if you're broke and you can't afford to pay to read and stuff like that, trust me, I've been broke. I am broke right now. I know where you're coming from. I can empathize with you. However, please do not complain to an author who is under this program, or harass them for participating in this program or anything like that, because you're mad that your favorite author is now charging for you to read one of their books. Oh my God, please don't be that person. Please. You'll come across salty as hell, you'll come across entitled as fuck, and that's just not a good look. That's not a good look. Don't send shit to people who's trying to make money off their talent. It just don't make no sense. Just support them. Be happy for them. I'm sure they know that not everybody's gonna be able to buy shit, and that's fine. Just don't send hate. It's unnecessary. And just a small rant. Some people have to understand that, stuff isn't gonna be free all the damn time. These writers have bills to pay, real bills to pay, car note, rent, insurance, all this shit, real life shit. And writing on Wattpad, every day in and out, and with no compensation, that gets old real fast. And yes, not everything should be about money. Yes, some writers are out here writing because they genuinely love it, and they're not out to get paid. They're just doing this shit for fun because they love it and they have the time. But there are some people out there, like myself, who is looking to potentially make a career out of this, and we can't do that if we continually give out free content day in and day out. So please put yourself in the writer's shoes before calling them a sellout or anything like that for participating in this program. Honestly, it's just rude as hell. There are literally millions of other books for you to read on Wattpad. Millions. Compared to the 50 authors who are participating in this program. 50 versus millions. Just think about that. Before you get upset and threaten to quit the site or shit like that. It's not that serious. It really is not that serious. There will always be free content on Wattpad, and contrary to popular belief, Wattpad is not a place that's overrun with hormonal teens posting cringy fanfics. It's not a fucking fanfic site, okay? Like, I see the shit that people are posting online, and it really pisses me off, but that's a rant for another day. Wattpad is so much more than that, and you just gotta know where to look, where to go, and you'll find some real gems, okay? Now, to get back on track, I don't know the specifics of how much authors will be making or anything like that. I'm not in this program, and I'm sure whoever is, they won't be able to tell you either, because it'd probably be breaking contract. I don't know the specifics, but if you want to read the full FAQ page, which I'm showing through this video, if you want to read it on your own, frequently asked questions, the link will be posted in the description box below, where you can go check this out for yourself. And from this point on, you can mute the video and read what's on the screen in silence if you don't want to hear me ramble, because here's where I'm going to go on a rant and give my opinion about what I think of all this. So personally, I like the idea of Wattpad Next. I really do. Had Wattpad launched something like this years ago, I wouldn't have joined other apps, and that have used the same concept to make money. I wouldn't have joined other apps to make money from my books. I could have just stayed my ass on Wattpad instead and made my little coins. So for me, with Wattpad being my primary place for where I upload stuff, I'm all here for something like this. Now, from a reader's perspective, especially a teenager, someone under 18 who has no way of paying or purchasing anything, they ain't got a job, things like that, I completely understand why some people may be against this program. And to be honest, I'm curious as to how Wattpad will keep this whole thing from going under, considering teens make up the majority of the site, if I'm not mistaken, and most of them have no way for paying out of pocket for a book. So I assume most of the authors in this program, their revenue is probably going to come from those who are over 18 and can afford to pay. Still, if someone is in this program and their fan base is mainly teens, 18 and under, I don't see how they're gonna make a decent amount of money in that particular instance. So yeah, this program can either be a hit or a miss, but I'm hoping it'll be a hit. Regardless, I am interested to see how everything is gonna turn out. So me personally, just to give you a little backstory, I started writing on Wattpad in 2012, literally a year after I graduated high school. So I was 18 at the time. I think, 18. I just turned 18, something like that. I always loved writing, still do. And back then, I didn't have any responsibilities. I was fresh out of high school, didn't have a job yet, so I literally had time to write and do it whenever I wanted. Fast forward to now, I'm an adult. I won't release my age, but I'm in my 20s, early 20s. And I'm working full time now, and literally I barely have time to sit and take a freaking breath to just breathe, like, let alone update my many books that are currently in progress with slow ass updates. As an adult, I no longer have the luxury to sit down and write whenever I want, because time is money these days and I need money to survive. So if something does not help to pay the bills or contribute to paying the bills, in this instance that will be writing, I have no choice but to put it on the back burner, as much as I hate it, until I get a free moment to write. And this sucks because I genuinely love writing. My passion is writing. This is what I want to do for a living. If I can make a way and figure out how to do it, I will. That has not changed. So when I found out about Wattpad Next, I really got excited. Even though I'm not in it or wasn't reached out to be a part of it, I still got excited because it at least gives me something to work towards. And it makes me not want to say fuck it and just give up writing indefinitely, because it lets me know that Wattpad understands. And by understand, I mean that by having created a program like this, they have listened to us complaining. They get how hard it is as a writer who is unable to write and earn anything from their writings due to life constantly getting in the way or whatever. It's a small start. It's a small start what they're doing, trying to help people like you and me get compensated for what we love to do. So, kudos to them for that, for at least trying. And just to kind of put it in perspective, and because I don't want you guys to think that I'm biased or anything, I have a love-hate relationship with Wattpad. I'm not ashamed to say it. Some things I love about the site, some things I absolutely hate. So please don't think that I am riding their coattails or jumping on the bandwagon or whatever by hyping them up and posting this video, because I really am not. If something is shit, I don't have a problem saying it. There's nothing wrong with a little critique. There's a difference between critiquing something and just shitting on it. So all this is just my opinion. Take it however you want. Personally, I like Wattpad Next, and I really hope it doesn't flop. I can go on and on with the pros and cons, but this video is long enough, so I'm just going to end things here. So let's start a discussion in the comments. So tell me how you feel about all this. Do you think it's a smart move or a stupid move on Wattpad's part? Or does this pay to read thing just turn you off completely and just make you want to stop using Wattpad? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. I am interested to know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Otherwise, that's the end, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.